Well, for more on the GOP side of the presidential race, we are now joined by Republican political strategist Mehek Cooke. Mehek, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Well, the bickering among the candidates is also getting louder. How is this affecting their chances?
I don't think bickering is going to help at this point. What we want truly is somebody who is solution oriented, who's going to help us with the border crisis, because as you've reported and said, we have a huge crisis at our border. We were safer 4 years ago. We need to start enacting some of the policies that kept individuals safe. We need somebody who's strong on foreign policy. It's a disaster today. We're a laughingstock in the nation. So instead of candidates bickering against one another, I think this is a true opportunity for them to step up, step out, and shine. Tell the American people how we're going to turn around the economy, how we're going to reject Bidenomics, how we're going to ensure that almost 60% of Americans are self-reporting that they're living paycheck to paycheck today. We have an opportunity to shine in the Republican Party, and that is truly what voters on the ground in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, and a lot of these states are looking for. Show us how we're going to make progress. And I think what's interesting is if we take Trump out of the equation, there is a huge surge for Nikki Haley in polling since her last debate, and then with AFP Action actually endorsing her. And it doesn't mean money. It means that there are individuals that are on the ground speaking to voters on a daily basis. And her ability to hit back hard, especially with her foreign policy experience, mark my words, I think she's underestimated. And it'll be very interesting to see how she polls. I assume, based on everything that I've seen, she's going to be second in a lot of these states coming up.
Well, is it just, I mean, you've got all these other candidates. Is it just insurmountable that they're going to try to beat Trump? Is it just not going to happen?
Look, there's no doubt in my mind that President Trump remains the front runner for the Republican Party, and his record speaks for itself. All you have to do, forget the polls, just go to your 401k, talk about parental rights, talk about the border, talk about the stance in foreign policy, and we were better off during Trump years. So yes, it's going to be very difficult. I do think, though, again, we have an opportunity for other candidates to shine and show the American people who they are. I expect Chris Christie to drop out and actually endorse Nikki Haley. Also, if you're looking at Ron DeSantis today, he has had a very slow and steady burn. He initially really did focus on wokeism and a lot of these issues that parents care about, but he had a campaign makeover, and he's now talking about inflation and the economy. I don't know if it's too little too late, but I don't see Ron DeSantis gaining a lot of steam, but I could be wrong. Again, this is up to the voters at the grassroots level, but you're right. President Trump is the it factor. He has a tried and true record, and the American people truly trust him. They trust what we had 4 years ago, which was security, safety, and a better economy for every single American.
Well, if Trump, for whatever reason, is taken out of the primary equation, which candidate will be a secure nomination? Be able to secure that nomination?
I think it's Nikki Haley. I think Nikki Haley is another tried and true tested candidate. She was the governor in the state of South Carolina and turned the state around. She has worked as an ambassador and was our U.S. ambassador and was able to stand there and hold Iran accountable, hold China accountable. She has very strong foreign policy experience, which, let's be clear, we need that today. We have a war in Ukraine, we have a war in Israel, and we have a war at our southern border. What better candidate to stand up and say, I've done this job before, roll up her sleeves and do it again? And then she also has a plan for inflation. I respect any candidate that can say, inflation or our economy is a disaster, but spending is because of Democrats and Republicans. She takes ownership and she ensures that people know that this isn't a one-sided issue. Both parties have increased our federal deficit and both parties need to be held accountable. And this is what Americans are seeing today. As I talk to neighbors, they like her, they believe she's trustworthy, and she has a really good background and story that resonates with a lot of people.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.